Good morning. This is Mr. Navarro, and we are meeting today. This will be Wednesday, April 1st for 2020. We are starting a new chapter today in our Amplify Populations and Resource Unit. Today we will be doing chapter 3.1. I've got Google Classroom open right now so you can kind of see what we're looking at for today. You have a number of things you need to open and utilize. Our first instruction, I want you to go to watch the YouTube video called Polar Bear versus Polar Bear. Go ahead and link to it, watch it before you begin today's YouTube video lecture, which is being made right now. As we are going through today's lecture, make sure that you are filling out your daily guided notes. After we have done our daily guided notes, I'll let you go, and you will have to read the article on the jelly population explosion. Read it carefully, as it will inform your exit ticket as well as your homework assignment, both which are found all under today's assignment. So let's go ahead and get started. So for today's warm-up, we're going to learn about what happens when organisms fight over resources. As we watch the video on the polar bears, I want you to think about what the word competition might mean in this circumstance. So at this time, go ahead and watch the National Geographic Polar Bear versus Polar Bear video, and then you can come back to this video. Welcome back. Moving on to our warm-up. Again, we saw this food web yesterday. The new question for you is, do you think the population besides the moon jelly consumer population, the sea turtles, and the resource population, zooplankton, could have caused the moon jelly population to increase in size? Why or why not? So, in this section here, we are going to explore this phenomenon that we've been trying to come up with an answer for since the start of our unit. We've been trying to determine what caused the size of the moon jelly population in the Glacier Sea to increase. So far, we've learned that changes to other populations in the ecosystem could have affected the moon jellies. An increase in the size of their resource population, such as the zooplankton, could have provided more energy storage molecules, allowing the moon jellies to reproduce more. A decrease in the size of their consumer population, the sea turtles, could mean that the moon jellies were being eaten and dying less because a smaller consumer population would require fewer energy storage molecules. So this brings us to our Chapter 3 question. How could a population besides the zooplankton or sea turtles have caused the moon jelly population to increase? Well, we know that a population can be affected by the size of its consumer population. Today, we're going to investigate whether other populations can also have an effect. So once again, we go to our fictitious Glacier Sea Research Institute and read an instruction from our doctor, our head ecologist. She says that other ecologists have studied the jelly population increases all over the world. I'm sending you an article about two real jelly populations far from here, near the southern tip of Africa. One population increased, while the other population remained stable. Read the article carefully. The reason for the jelly population increase was not something I expected. Learning about this real moon jelly explosion will help you determine what is happening in the Glacier Sea ecosystem. Good luck. So, at this time, I told you today's lesson was going to be short. You will need to read the jelly population explosion article. Follow these active reading guidelines and complete your exit ticket Google form and your homework Google form after you've completed your reading. So once again, think carefully about what you are reading. Pay attention to your own understanding. As you read, annotate the text to make a record of your thinking, highlight challenging words, and add notes to record questions and to make connections to your own experience. Now, obviously, you can't annotate this text physically because it's on the screen, but you can take scratch on scratch paper and take notes of the main ideas, summary statements, write down words that you were unfamiliar with, and you can look those up online. You have access since you're using online material anyway. Step 3, I need you to examine all the visual representations carefully and consider how they go with the text. You will be looking at some diagrams and some photographs, which are asking you to draw conclusions from them. And finally, after you read, discuss what you have read with others to help you better understand this text. So if you want to text your friends or FaceTime with some of your classmates, feel free to do so. So that pretty much wraps up today's lesson. I want to thank you again for tuning in on a daily basis, checking your work, turning it in. This is just a friendly reminder that all assignments will now be posted for science at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I will be checking for your completion the following day at 8 a.m. So you have that full 24-hour period of time to be able to get logged in, complete your work, review it, ask questions, and submit it before the following day. So it's pretty congruent to what we've been doing at school with your normal arrive to school and do your morning homework check-ins in your homeroom. If you have any questions, please send them to me through Google Classroom. That way all questions are held in one place. I can sort through them very quickly, and I can get back to you in a very timely manner. I will continue to give shout outs to students who are completing their work on time and to a high level of or a high quality level of work. Make sure that you are taking your time to complete these things. My assignments are not extremely difficult or long. So as the whole purpose behind that is so that you can log in every day and complete these assignments, learn something new, and not be overwhelmed by amounts of material. But that will require your daily participation and your routine of however you set it up at home, that you do this every day as long as we're doing remote learning. So I hope you guys are doing well. I wish you the best, and I look forward to seeing your responses later this afternoon and tomorrow morning. Thank you. See you tomorrow.